3, 2, 1.
That's crispy. That's crispy loud. All right, we got it.
That one was good.
I actually got up some bullet points to talk about today.
I'm good, because my talking points are in my head, and I'm just going to roll with the punches and see what happens.
All right, first talking point. Let's go.
No, not first talking point.
Okay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Midnight 30 show, The Revival. I think that would be...
The Revival, I like that. Yeah. Episode 2.
Episode 2. I think the new YouTube channel, I'm gonna call it the Midnight 30 show.
Mm-hmm.
But I might even get the same logo that we had for the thumbnails, just because it's simple. But then what I'm gonna do is almost like the director's cut of movies, how in red word or like red background, white words on it, it says director's cut or unrated. I'm gonna put Revival, the Revival, or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I think so. I think calling it the
Revival.
Revival.
Let me flip the camera actually, so we can at least see if it does overheat.
30 seconds in. Welcome back, guys. Episode 2. I'm JJ.
I'm Derek.
I'm Romaine. He's not here yet.
It's okay. We finally got a third chair, and we switched locations. We don't even know if he's coming. So
if he doesn't come, it'll be almost the same as if he came, because he'll barely talk and he won't.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep it up in the air.
This is our chair for anybody that wants to come guest star.
Yeah, you know what? Guest star. Yes, that's it.
I do want to get Carter back on. I think for the Revival, we have to get him on
for the lore.
For the lore.
For the lore.
For the 4-year-old lore.
Golly.
I did look it up. It's only been 4 years.
Oh.
Yeah. But for
still
the lore,
I mean, that's entire. I still went through all of college.
That was all three of us just together every week. I think we did it on Thursdays. But, I want to get him on here because I think it'd be fun and maybe make him like a recurring every now and then guest just because he was.
I think it'd be fun to have a few of our different friends, like Carter included, maybe your friend Andrew, your cousin Andrew. That could be fun.
So,
I
do want to get
have guests.
My cousin Andrew on here.
Chop it up.
The other Andrew, he said that he'd be down to be recurring, and I think it'd be nice to have like faces that are recurring and then faces that are kind of one-off of like, cool, it was cool talking to you, all right, never have them on again.
I mean, they don't have to know that, but yeah.
Yeah, but like, I think at the least Carter specifically should be one of the recurring faces just because
he was part of the OG.
The OG.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to get Chad on here. That I used to work with.
Chad would be...
He just popped back up into my life.
Really? How? Like... Well, the last time you guys talked, it was
like 2 years ago.
Because I think I
haven't talked to him since I started working at Racetrack.
Dang, it's been a minute.
And his phone number wasn't working because he's like off the grid.
Should we give some context about who Chad is?
Chad is this like mid-40s. Hold on. He's the same age as my mom. I'm 24. So he's 44. Always joked about he fucked my mom and that's how I got here. But
where did you guys meet?
We met when I started working on Black Lightning. Yeah. My very first film job, we met, and for 5 years.
Gosh, I was so jealous. I remember the day when you FaceTime me, you're like, Derek, look where I'm at. And you show me, and you're literally on a film set as I'm sitting here in British literature in college.
I don't think you were in college when I first started, because it was summer semester.
I was going into it.
No, it was fall when I started.
Yeah. So it was like my first semester.
No, you took a gap year. Your first year of college was my second year of college.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah. You're so right. Yeah.
So you were just
regardless. He still did it another time on a different show. But yeah, go ahead with Black Lightning.
So we met on Black Lightning, and then for the next 5 years, like that was my best friend in the film industry because I mean, you either love the people you work with or you hate them, and I didn't like all of them. I'm not gonna say hate. But
Chad's a cool guy.
Chad is a cool dude. He's a good dude. But we went like no contact for like 2 years, and I kept like trying to reach out, and he wouldn't answer. And I even reached out to. Do you remember Terry?
That was the younger guy, right?
Yeah. He worked with us on the Marvel show, and I reached out to him, and he used to talk back, like he used to respond, and then all of a sudden he stopped responding. But he's been busy. And so, for whatever reason, I finally decided to hit up Nadia and Bree, part of the OG crew, and they immediately sent me his new number, and I was just like, why didn't I think of that? But then I was like, why didn't Chad think of that? Like, does he not care? And then I text him immediately. I'm telling you, 5 seconds later, bro calls me. bro FaceTimes me, and he's in his bedroom like
that is
organizing his shoes.
That is so on character for Chad.
But we were talking about it, and because he and I used to have, we never posted it, but we called it our podcast.
Where you guys would just record in your car, right?
Literally,
you just
on
set your
sets
phone?
in the car, and we called it Coworkers. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun.
That was kind of a hit.
That was kind of a hit name, and like we would be on random sets, Marvel sets, Disney sets, ABC sets, Warner Brothers sets,
and
Hulu
you know
sets.
the location of that alone is enough to like spark that interest, especially if you guys were doing video. Oh, like could you imagine?
We did.
Word?
Everything was recorded.
They let you guys film on set?
They didn't know. Because they weren't using those sets that day. So we'd go, we'd either meet up really early in the morning or, it's a really late day. They're on this set. We're bored.
Right.
Nothing's going on. Stores are closed. We can't do returns and stuff. So have you seen this set yet? Oh, let's go check it out. All right. We go over there, flick up, take our pictures. We sit down, get our tripod set up. And, I mean, yeah, it was just a phone microphone, but can't really have a full production on a set like that.
Right.
So, I mean, we literally had every episode, and we recorded every day. It was an hour and a half long. It took up all my storage. It took up all of his
Did you ever
storage.
post any of it? I don't recall you ever posting.
I want to say I posted one of them on my original YouTube channel that no longer exists.
Don't tell me you deleted all of it. Is it just gone?
I think he's been posting them. He's slowly been posting them.
No
all
way.
the clips he has.
I gotta find it.
I'll find it, and I'll probably
out.
link it in the description if I find it. But we would just talk about random shit, and bro was high all the time, so his conversations
I remember
were so funny.
literally the first time I met. So JJ had taken me to. It was a rap party.
It was this rapper's debut album party.
Yeah. And I remember getting there. I am
only 2 white guys there, mind you.
Both 19 years old. Actually, I think you were 18 at the time. I'm 19.
I don't even know if you were 19 yet. I think it was still my first year with.
Then you would have been 17 and I would have been 18?
No, because it was cold outside.
Okay, so we would have both been 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were both 18. And I remember we walk into this place.
First off, we don't even get let in at first. The bouncer looked at us and he was like, hey, y'all are in the wrong place.
I remember that now.
He didn't let us in because we're the only 2 white dudes there. We're dressed completely different.
What did we drive? We drove
my car. We were in the Beetle.
So, in the Beetle, you see 2 white guys coming out of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Dressed we were dressed nice. I mean, we dressed up, but
it was also 2019, so we were both wearing skinny jeans and really tight clothes.
I actually think I wore the same khakis today that I wore in that picture.
Oh my god. Anyway, so I remember we get there and that's right. The bouncer didn't let us in.
Until my friend came out and got us and was like, they're cool.
He's like, Chad is like, hey, they with me. And the bouncer was like, all right. And so we walk in and I remember as soon as we get in there, just pungent. It smacks you right in the face, and I can't even see the back of the room. I'm like, holy shit.
JJ, it was fun, though. That was an experience.
I remember the first thing we did was we got in line for the photo booth, and that's where we took a photo in front of we were both like...
It was super, it wasn't Sandra Chandler level of, acid-dipped editing, but it was super vibrant. The red... That was so red that your teeth weren't even yellow. Your teeth were red.
Yeah.
That's how...
And I remember they were playing, I guess, the rapper's debut album. And, we're just, walking around. And we meet up with Chad again. And Chad's, talking to us. And Chad's like, hey, go get drinks. And we're like, okay. So we walk over to the bar. We're both 18 years old. And I'm like... 1 alcohol, please. Because I've never drank at all at this point. And
that wasn't your first time drinking, though, was it?
Yeah, that was my first time ever taking a shot.
That was not mine.
And I think he gave us what was it, Hennessy?
It was something not of our ethnicity, stereotype wise.
It was a cognac or it was a liqueur or something.
It was,
dude.
I think it was Crown. I think that's
Crown.
Crown.
I think it was one of the flavored Crowns. I think it was Crown Apple or something like that.
It was Crown Green Apple, I think.
Yeah. Oh my god, I remember that hit.
Good, but
for me, I was like, Like that.
I didn't think you finished the drink. You literally took like a couple sips and you're like,
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I gave it to you, and I was like, you can finish it, and I'll drive home.
Definitely did.
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, we were there.
Dude, we were there till 2 a.m.
I only recall being there for like an hour. Like,
We were there.
time flew by there.
We didn't get there till like 11. It didn't start till like 11.
What were we even doing? Like, were we just talking? Or dancing? We were dancing at one point.
No, we weren't. There was nothing to dance to.
Yeah, there were. There was like 2 people dancing, and I remember going like...
We didn't dance, but we,
the little fist bump.
we kind of vibed.
And then the flick.
I think
Can't forget the
we
flick.
mainly sat with like Bree and Chad and Nadia and just hung out.
Oh, yeah.
We were
yeah,
on the
we were just
sideline
yapping.
eating.
Yeah, that was an interesting time. And literally ever since then, I forget where it derived from. Oh yeah, because I think my name in your phone.
D or something.
Yeah, my name in your phone is
Lord Derek.
Lord Derek. Sidebar. So one of my, never mind. I don't want to bring this up.
I'm gonna bring it up because it's nothing bad. One of his ex-girlfriends, as a present, got him. You can like become a lord of Scotland.
1 square foot.
1 square foot of Scotland, and that technically owning land makes you a lord. There's nothing bad about that.
Okay. I mean,
So because of that, I jokingly was like, okay, Lord Derek in my phone, and we had both put on my dad's suits of armor. So his contact picture was him in the suit of armor all the way up until he went to fucking Spain and changed it.
Literally ever since that one day that I met Chad, he forever just dubbed me as Lord Derek. Like, I would see him as I go to like visit JJ, and Chad would be like, Lord Derek, dab me up. I'm like, and then I started calling him King Chad. Cause I was
That's
like,
what it was. King Chad, Lord
Because I was
Derek.
like, I can't just take this, by myself. Like, I'm gonna reciprocate it,
That makes me think of when we were in New York. What was it, Big Daddy D or something like that?
Yeah.
Big D.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because we were 17 up in New York, and I remember we were walking down through Times Square. We were there for like a chorus thing, singing at Carnegie Hall, and this hustler, he's trying to push out his music. All the power to him. And
it was free.
Yeah.
Until we didn't donate, and then he was like, "Oh, well, I gotta take those bags." And then we were like, I think I found a few dollars and I gave it to him. Dude, that shit was ass. I listened to it with Chad.
It was like Christian rap music.
No.
Yeah.
Some of it.
Yeah, it was like
one track was Christian rap, and then the next track like was just
S. Anyway, so I remember the guy on the street. I'm 17, very just innocent. I'm just doing me.
Both were at that point.
I'm just doing me. And I remember this guy, he sees us, and we're kind of like keeping our distance from the rest of the school group because obviously of course we are. We were definitely tourists. I thought it was the shit. I was wearing like a jean jacket. It was like ripped up, and I had like a black button up that I had unbuttoned all the way to here because I thought that was the shit. And I was wearing tight ass blue skinny ripped jeans.
I think you had your white blazers too.
With my I was wearing like Converse or something.
It was something. They were white shoes.
Dude, it was screaming 2018, 2019. And yeah, so we were up there, and I remember this guy, he stops us. He's like, hey. Y'all want to fuck with my music? And we're like, sure. So he hands us a CD. And
he's like, we're just asking for donations. Like, it doesn't cost anything, but, we're trying to make a living.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I got nothing on me,
And I was like, he was like, well, that's okay. He starts taking back, and I was like, no, I need to listen to this. So I pull out like $3 and I give it to him. He was like, that's all you got? And I was like, you asked for a donation. You didn't give me a price. He was like, oh, fine.
Yeah, and then I don't know how we got on topic. He was like, "What are y'all names?
I think that was the first thing he asked us. He was like, "Hey, my boys, what's your names?"
Oh yeah, and I was like, "Yo, I'm Derek. What's up?" And he's like, "JJ," and he was like, "Big Dick D, yo, what's up?" I'm like, I was like, "Yeah."
Bro, I just remember Abby's face when he said that. She was like,
her jaw was just on the floor.
She was like, what in the fuck are we doing right now?
That was so funny.
I also remember when the SWAT was like running around Times Square and there was police in the subway, and Jonathan Murray saw a rat and started yelling, hey, oh, there's a rat, he's right there. And the police I guess, registered that he's right there. He's right there. They come running over there looking.
I don't remember that at all.
Dude, you don't remember that?
No.
They came over and they were like looking. And
You know what?
like,
That might have been
They were like,
the
"Who
day.
did you see?" And he was like, "There's a rat." And he was like, "Don't do that." And then like walked off. I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I met the dude from Arrow, the detective from Arrow.
No, I wasn't with you at that time because I didn't meet him. I think
You were in the subway.
No.
We were all in the subway.
But I was with my mom though.
Not at that time.
No, because I never met that dude.
I know you didn't meet him. Max didn't meet him either, but Max took the picture. He saw me.
I never saw him. That's what I'm trying to say.
I think you were just talking to the group and weren't really paying attention. And
It might have just been like a whim.
Because it was after we left Grand Central Station, we were getting on a subway.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Like, it was one of those you couldn't go off with your parents type of thing. Like, we were doing something. I don't remember.
Anyways.
But, yeah, so
yeah.
very far side note off
A lot of fun nicknames.
Yeah.
And yeah,
We also
Chad
and Get Gay.
that was another high school endeavor. We went to Chick-fil-A one time, and I go up to the counter. I'm like, I ordered whatever I ordered. And she was like, okay, what's your name? I said, Derek. And she was like, okay. And then JJ orders. And she's like, what's your name?
JJ.
Okay, great. We wait like 15 minutes, and then we finally get our food.
We look at the stickers on the bag.
And I get the bag, and it says Detick, like Detick. And I was like, yeah.
Mine fucking says Get Gay. And I was like, what are the fucking odds, dude?
Like, it was Gitgay, like get gay.
Dude, that was like one of the longest ongoing jokes.
And matter of fact, like it's still ongoing that your name on my phone is still, it's not get gay anymore. It just is straight up gay because it was a play on JJ. So now it's just gay.
It's also the picture of me in a crop top and a
Yeah,
skirt.
it's been like that for years.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
But yeah, man.
Let's kind of reverse it back. Because we're getting way too dark, way too far.
Okay,
down
so
this
I
rabbit
mean,
hole.
I kind of got like
Bring
a
up one of
first
your talking points.
first little topic point. You want to hear it? All right.
What was think Romaine is coming? What is that? We have not been. Oh, I thought that was an hour and 17 minutes.
No. It starts.
We talked about fucking Chad for an hour.
No, we've been talking about it for 17 minutes and 33 minutes.
So what is the one there for?
It's just a marker because it won't let you start at 0, so it just starts at 1.
What happens when you get to an hour? It changes to 2.
Yep.
So you just have to think 1 hour less.
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know. Just going back, kind of rounding it back out. A moment when you realized high school friends were no longer friends.
Like they weren't meant to last.
Yeah. Because if you really think about it.
Who do you talk to from high school? Actively talk to?
Jacob Craig and you. That is it.
Now, do you think if you and Jacob Craig had not gone to the same college, you guys would be actively talking still? Or would it be more of a, we're not friends, but we...
It went a little deeper than that because we were also doing community theater and everything together as well.
True. I forgot that.
Like, our paths kind of just interlocked. And we only really stopped talking a lot because he got into, doing plays and shows at the Alliance Theater. And I think he's in Chicago right now. And he's been understudying up there. Which I'm like, you know what? Good for him. And he actually just texted me. His birthday was Friday. And he was like, yo, man.
Happy late birthday, Jacob.
Happy late birthday, Jacob. Mwah. He texted me and he was like, yo, let's do a photo shoot. I want to do a photo shoot for my 25th. I'm like, all right, Grandpa, let's make it happen.
25?
Yeah, bro.
He's older than us?
Yeah. Yeah, but as far as like people I still talk to, I did. Max, I don't know if you ever listened to this, but I love you. I hope you're doing well. I was invited to Max's wedding and I felt so bad I couldn't go.
He already got married?
Yeah.
I thought because you didn't go, it just hadn't happened yet.
No, he got married back in January. And I remember because he sent me the invite. Matter of fact, he took me to dinner and they gave me an invite to the wedding. I remember
you telling me about that.
Yeah. And I felt so bad that I couldn't go because I was like, I'm going to be in Europe. and I don't know if I'll be back in time. And so when I was up in Europe, and then I booked that film that shot in Spain and Gibraltar, and I was like, dude, I'm not gonna make it to your wedding. And he's like, oh, he was like, it's okay, man. I'm like, yeah, sorry then. Like, I'm filming a movie in Spain. He was like, dude, enjoy that shit. And I was like, okay.
He did not say shit. Does he cuss now?
No, he doesn't cuss.
Oh.
I'm definitely exaggerating. But yeah, he was like, no. Like, it's totally fine. You know, like, do your thing. I'm so happy for you. I'm like, thanks. I'm really happy for you. And that was that. Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
But is Max, to stay closer to the specific words, would Max still be someone you actively talk to, or that's more so still just
I think
friends with him, but we don't?
We're definitely still friends, but not as someone I was like keeping constant communication with. Like, I know if I were to randomly call him, he would most likely pick up, and we would just, have a chat. But it's not like we're me and you, and it's like, what are you doing today? You want to play a game? Like, it's just, consistent.
Right.
And matter of fact, like, that happened to me with another friend of mine I grew up with. His name is Cade, and dude, yeah.
Costo?
Yeah. He's on a second kid now. Yeah. I love
He's Mormon though, right?
Yeah. I love the guy to death, and I was just driving home one day, and I just felt obligated. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give him a call because I haven't talked to him in 4 years.
I have
like, it has been a moment where I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna call you. And so I called. He answered, first ring, and he was like, "What's up?" I'm like, "Hey, man." I honestly didn't know what to say because I honestly didn't think he wouldn't pick up. So when he finally picked up, I was like, "Oh, what's up?" And yeah, we just had like a quick little conversation, and we were chatting for probably like 30 minutes. And I was like, "Hey, man, like, I'm just want to let you know I'm thinking about you. Hope you're doing well. Love you. Hope the kids are well, that was it. And he was like, "Hey, man, I love you too." And I was like, "Thanks." And then, whoop, that was that.
And I feel like in life there are definitely friends that aren't best friends, that are still friends that, can have situations where it's been 4 years, you call them, they're still going to answer, and y'all are not necessarily as close because life has happened and he's on his second kid, you're doing your own thing. But like...
Right, but like that...
I feel like as far as high school age friends, though, there's really a large portion of them that do not exist in my life anymore. Actually, just me personally, to go off of your talking point, I think you're the only person I talk to from high school. Like, yes, if I see Jacob Craig, I'll talk to him. If I see...
Yeah, if we're talking strictly on a day-to-day basis,
I'll talk to him, but
you
it's
were
just
the only person.
As far as, like, texting, even on an occasional basis, as far as texting, I don't talk to anybody from high school. Like...
And it's so funny because a lot of these people we went to school with are the same people that we went to, middle school with. Like, we spent the better part of almost 6 to 12 years.
Not me.
Oh, no?
No, because all of my elementary and middle school went to Chapel Hill because I went to Holly Springs and Chapel Hill Middle. So
yeah.
All of my high school friends I met them in high school, except for Colby because he came from Chapel Hill Middle. But other than him, and I don't know if you ever knew him, Justin Bowie. He was on Drumline.
Yeah, I do remember him.
Yeah, he's actually engaged to Allie Jackson. You remember her?
Really?
Yeah.
That girl?
Yeah. No offense. Yeah. When he told me that, I was like...
She was someone back in high school. Like, she was a character.
She was a instigator and a fire starter. But... If they realize they could make it work and she's good for him, he's good for her, then good for them.
Yeah.
But when he first told me about it and didn't really explain anything, and I hadn't seen how much he had changed or knew anything about how much she had changed, I was like...
I left my water over there.
But I literally, he said, "Yeah, I'm engaged." And I was like, "Oh, to who?" Allie Jackson. I said, "Huh?" Come again?
Freeze frame.
Literally. But I don't know, like I talked to Justin recently because he was at the homecoming football game, and I went to that. And then I really only talked to you. I don't even think Romaine was really my friend until after I graduated. It might have been senior year, but I don't count that. He didn't go to high school with me.
Yeah, it's just crazy, you know? I mean, our relationship has been going on.
You know, I could have been married now.
If we're doing that, I could have been married now. It's funny how life happens.
Yeah, but I was with that girl longer than you were. Not the same girl. Different girls.
Yes, different.
We have dated the same person, though.
We're not going to bring that up.
We could, though. We could.
I'm all right.
And because of it, now I have an anti-homie hopper sticker on my car.
No need to air out dirty laundry.
We're not airing it out. It's just funny.
Yeah. It's still interesting to see, like, people that I knew from high school, and, you know, a lot of them have, like, gone on.
Well, what do you see them on, like, Instagram or something?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't even follow people.
Oh, really? I mean, to be fair, I don't follow, like, a lot of people, but on the occasional, like,
the
Facebook
from our friend group, like, I don't follow them. I don't follow Josh or Naomi. I follow Grayson. I do talk to Grayson a little more than once every like
but still
year.
Not consistently.
No, but I mean, she's like the head of the Chick-fil-A's in Athens. Like, she's about to go up into corporate, and I randomly saw her at the Chick-fil-A in Athens because she was there doing some corporate stuff or whatever. And I mean, we chit-chatted, we text every now and then to check in on each other because, I mean, for whatever it's worth, we did kind of build a relationship and bond during Beauty and the Beast. So it was kind of not like we like each other, but it was still enough of a connection where it was like, hey, let's, keep in touch. I forgot that is kind of not a consistent, but more consistent than literally anybody else from high school other than you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I don't talk to Josh, Max, Naomi, definitely not Abby.
Yeah, and then other people from high school, it's interesting to see people who post, and it's honestly kind of comical, but like they've been like posting the same thing. Like some people genuinely haven't changed.
Oh, 100%. Or you see the people that post and it's like completely out of left field for how we knew them.
Right.
Like Cameron McKinney, I think that was his name. He was like one of the cooler football players, light-skinned dude, curly hair. He was dating
He's such a cool guy, man.
Mackenzie, whatever her last name is. They have a kid.
Oh, no way.
That happened like a year after we graduated, though.
Wow.
Or 2 years.
Dude, I remember I got a DM from him, and this was when I was like posting all my short film stuff, and he was like, hey, man, I just want to let you know, like, I'm watching your progress, man. I'm really excited for you. And honestly, it was just like the most wholesome thing. And me and Cameron back in high school, we never like talked. Like we knew of each other, of course. We had some classes, but we were never friends at all. And the fact that, he like went out of his way to DM me, it was kind of a full circle moment, I guess, because it just kind of opened up a new perspective on how to like treat people that I used to know.
Right.
And like it was such a little thing, but it was such a big impact, and that kind of brought me to start reaching out to more people. And I mean, that wasn't like the next day I started reaching out. Like, it was something I had to gradually think about, but I kind of make it a point to reach out to at least somebody from my past at least once a month. I'm not perfect. I try to do it once a week, but
you're right. I'm gonna reach out to Abby. Such a great idea.
That's not where I was going with that.
I think she's engaged.
Good for her.
Yeah, my sister likes to spill any tea that she sees because she still follows her. Mm-hmm. Dude, every time she like tells me anything, like, I don't care anymore. I've definitely, especially just as an individual person, A, I've matured and grown from the mistakes I made with her.
Right.
But B, I've also learned a lot from the shitty girls after her. But then C, it's like, I'm also very...
You dated some girls.
Taylor wasn't horrible.
I'm not referring to her.
Oh, I know. But Lauren was hot. She wasn't. Dude, yes, she was.
She was not.
Yes, she was. I'm gonna put up a comparison picture of Taylor and Lauren. Y'all vote on who's hotter. Taylor was not hotter than Lauren. I'd say no offense, but when you're built like a potato wedge with a Buzz Lightyear chin. Anyway, but I've learned a lot. I've become comfortable in my aloneness. Come on, come get on the podcast.
You want to come join?
No, come on.
Come on, Thomas.
Look, hey, we got a
Surprise guest.
Surprise
Come on,
guest.
Thomas. Come here. Come on.
Thomas, I gave you a box TV for Christmas. Sit your butt down.
Oh my goodness.
And that was our surprise guest, Thomas. Let's all thank him for coming in.
Thank you, Thomas. That's my kid brother, by the way.
Kid brother.
50% chance I may come back down here.
50%.
50% chance.
I'll take that.
And the meteorologist said it wasn't going to rain today, and it rained. That's kind of the odds we're dealing with. But no, I'm comfortable in my by myselfness. I mean, I've been alone completely since I broke up with Taylor. I've been celibate since I broke up with Taylor, which is big for me because not to air out all of my dirty laundry, but
I mean,
I just definitely slept around more than I am proud of. I mean, I'm not really proud of any of it, but like for it being 6-7 months without having sex, without really entertaining females, like for me, that's a big number. And some people are like, well, that's not that long. I've been 3 years. And I'm like, okay, well, you just can't. I could if I wanted to.
Circumstances, yeah.
But it's just like, boredom is the piece we're looking for. Kind of like we said in the first episode, talking about like how we don't like to go out or anything. But I don't know where we even came from. But I think it was along the lines of,
well,
I don't care about what Abby's doing. I don't really care, about that situation. I joke about it, but I genuinely don't. Like, I've moved on. I wish her the best. And, if she's engaged and he's great for her, cool, because that's all I wanted. But it does suck when I'm sitting there with my family or sitting there with friends and my sister's like, look at this. And it's just
I could just picture Lorelai doing that too.
She's got a big old ring on her finger. Boom, she's on this trip and there's a big mustache man behind her and it's just like, all right, she still wears the ring I got her, so that's all that matters.
So I mean, like, going on with that, like, what about the dating scene?
Lauren was hot.
No, but like, what about the dating scene in like coming in mid-20s?
It fucking sucks. Our generation sucks. Hookup culture sucks.
It does. It 100% does.
But, and this is an important but, I hate the idea of fuck all men or fuck all women. I hate men. I hate women. No. We as straight males, we hate girls. We don't hate women, we hate girls. There's a very big distinguishable
people who just
difference.
like to play games,
People who are still trying to do high school drama in our mid-20s. People who are still childish enough to get in a relationship and then go cheat. People who leech off of people and use people and then...
I've had someone tell me when I was single that, I was kind of semi-interested in them. And they literally told me, you're like too put together for me.
Yeah, we are cooked in this generation. So to answer that question, the dating scene in the mid-20s sucks.
All right, everybody, this is my youngest brother, Thomas.
Thomas!
Hi.
Can the camera get me?
Yeah.
So
The screen's
I got the
on.
microphone right here and camera right here. Yeah.
I can't see it.
No,
It's because it's on the other side.
Yeah.
You're in it, though.
Yeah, you are in it.
100%.
So, Thomas, tell us about yourself. What is your thing?
Tell me about myself. What is my thing?
What is your thing?
My thing?
Yeah,
what is your thing?
But what do you mean by my thing?
What is your...
Use more precise language.
Wow, he sent me with that. All right.
What makes you you? What makes you a unique human being on this planet of almost 8 billion other people?
Autism.
Thank you. Thank you for your honesty. No, this guy, he has been diving headfirst into color grading
I thought you
and...
were actually talking about diving for a second.
No, diving into color grading and editing. And he has, honestly, a pretty successful TikTok page with his edits. No? You don't want to talk about that? No?
Well, I wouldn't even say it's semi-successful, bro.
Oh, dude, you've been getting like
I don't even have double-digit 1,000 followers yet. I'm still in the single thousands.
Still a
Think
single
about it.
thousand. Okay, but from starting from scratch, doing solo like editing stuff.
I haven't even.
No,
been
you
doing
gotta look
I
at
haven't
the
even
big
been doing
picture, you know?
anything that crazy. But I've been thinking about.
Oh, man, one of
maybe-
those
Have you
I
made any Anakin edits?
I've been thinking about. Not recently. No, I do something else, bro. That's what I do. I just do something else.
Padme
So-
edits.
What is this something else?
So you have to
You gotta text me a link and we'll insert a clip into the video.
We'll insert a
insert a
clip.
clip into the video.
Yeah.
Where is this going, by the way? Like, is this like?
The World Wide Web. Ever
Yep.
heard of it?
But like, where again? You got to use more
YouTube?
precise language.
YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube channel.
How much people
the
you
midnight-
got subscribed to YouTube?
Solid 3.
Solid none yet because I haven't created the new channel.
The old channel had 3.
This is your
Technically,
this is your first video.
no, the
second,
second
actually.
one. Technically,
Second.
the first one that goes up tonight I have like 600 subscribers on my main channel.
There you go. See?
Yeah, so like maybe 5 people will watch.
What are you really trying to expect from like you trying to get monetization through
Dude,
this?
Absolutely
or,
not. For shits and
For
giggles.
fun, and if it gets there,
Shits and
It's a
giggles. That
bonus.
does sound really good. Sounds fun.
and
Yeah,
it's
you know,
nice
I
to
think
share
it's
with
good for somebody just to do something for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, that's sort of what I did with editing. Really, I wasn't really like I was just doing it to do it. But
Yeah, you're just like one day I was like, you know what? I want to try it because why not?
Here, hold on, scoot a little bit closer to this one. Kind of got a
There.
fentanyl going on.
Bentley. Yeah, I think everybody should have just a thing that they do. It genuinely, it doesn't matter what it is. You do not have to be good at it. You do not have to be successful at it. But just the fact that you do it.
Like,
I'm not
are you
gonna
talking about content creation?
anything at
People
all
do drugs, and that's their thing.
in a retrospectively wholesome sense. Positive things that
It's
have.
subjective. How are you going to tell them?
yeah,
It's not
what about people shooting heroin up their veins? That's
What
like
about
that's their
people
positive.
selling their body.
That's
To
their
each their own.
positive experience through
To each their
phenomenal
own.
their phenomenal conscious experience. It's
If that's the thing that gets you up
Doing
in the
drugs.
day, and you're like, you know what, this is
so
what
you're
I'm going to do
condoning
today.
drugs right now? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not condoning it, but I
You
can't
just said to each their own. That
teach their own.
condoning it.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, don't do heroin. It's bad for you. If you're like a complete stranger, I'm not going to tell you to do that. If you ask me, I'm going to give you my opinion. But if you come to me and you're like, hey, I'm doing heroin, I'm like, it's great for you.
I mean, that's
I don't
great
think you
for
should
you.
be doing it.
great for
I
you.
don't think you should be
what I'm
doing it.
hearing. I heard that it's great for you. That's a condoning word.
Yeah, you're going to edit this together and you're just going to make me say, like, do heroin is good for you.
Yeah.
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 That's what should be done.
Actually,
That's what
we'll let the TikTok editor.
That's what he's saying. It's like
We'll let the single digit thousand TikTok editor edit it together.
I'm gonna add a bunch of stupid crap if you do that.
That'd be
Honestly,
fantastic.
Just go clip our episodes and make us famous.
You know what? Like I said,
Okay.
to each their own. Everybody should have something.
I'll do it for free. I mean, why not?
Huh? Free? And I'm over here procrastinating because I don't want to fucking do that.
I got nothing to do. I'm about to be a GED graduate. I have nothing to do.
I will give you a whole bunch of free labor.
Like all day,
let me
like
know.
all day.
Have you thought about doing freelance editing gigs at all?
No.
It'd be free. 100%.
No, that's not what freelance means.
No, that's what doing freelance labor for me would be.
No, but like seriously, I mean, like coming out, getting your GED, and you
Yeah.
know you've been doing the editing. You're actually pretty good at it. Have you thought about just going on a website and be like, hey, I'm gonna offer my services. Here are my rates, $50 an hour or whatever.
Yeah, I never thought about doing any monetization and getting like commissions going.
No, because dude, I mean, like
thought of
you
it.
got some sick edits, man. And the thing is, like, you know how
Make an
things
Anakin
flow.
edit, you'll pop off. Do it. Make an
He's
Anakin
being
edit.
very humble right now. He's being very humble.
being very humble with single digit.
It's more than I got.
All right, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit just to kind of keep the flow going. If you were to watch a podcast, what is one topic that is kind of on your mind that you would want discussed?
Religion.
Ooh,
Okay.
let's talk.
You want to talk religion?
Why not?
That's what I just asked.
So this is like...
We talk about whatever.
So what you do on the podcast is just like whatever?
Yeah.
Literally.
Miscellaneous?
It's uncensored,
It's-
unfiltered, unedited.
It's
Whatever.
It's just a conversation. That's what it's meant to be. We can have disagreements.
Inspired by
We can have
the
agreements.
assassination of Charlie Kirk conversation.
Sure. Yeah, it's just meant to be an open discussion. I think people should honestly talk about anything and everything, because why not?
Yeah, so I guess...
That's why we have freedom of speech.
and
So
I guess,
let's talk religion.
So yeah. So, how would y'all, I guess, self-identify when it comes to religious beliefs?
Christian.
Christian, yeah.
But are we talking about Christian, or are we talking about like the
Certain
specific
denominations.
like denominations?
Like maybe like specific,
Almost like brand.
specific denominations, just so I can understand maybe like your theological beliefs, your soteriological beliefs, yeah.
That's a word that you know that I don't.
Your beliefs regarding soteriology, which soteriology is the theology on
All right,
salvation.
if you're gonna use this
So
big of
that's-
English words, we might need to change topics because
No, I mean, I get what you're saying. For the viewers, I grew up Mormon, and for the better part of my whole life,
Mormon.
you know, I was like, I'm Mormon. But going into college, I
un-Mormon.
stopped going to church altogether. And it really wasn't until last year where I really had a come to Jesus moment. I was just in a very dark place in my life.
would you consider it a spiritual awakening?
Yeah, actually, it was a kind of a huge awakening in genuinely all aspects of my life, because I mean, I was partying. I wasn't doing drugs, but I was getting belligerently drunk and
I think the high
just
of the party,
sleeping around and, you know, just doing not great things. You know, I would tell myself, you know, I'm still a good person, but I was hurting people that I quote unquote loved, and I was hurting my own self. I had completely selfish ambitions. And so it reached a point where I made a choice and I couldn't come back from it. And there was absolutely nothing I could do. So after a few months of just trying to figure it out, and I went through a huge breakup, and just in those few months, I was trying to figure out, you know, what do I want to do? And I thought the only thing that would work for me is to go out to clubs, is to go, you know, talk to women, to, you know, live free. And dude, that was like the worst decision I could have ever made. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, but in the moment, hindsight.
I mean, in the moment, you would never know, but, you know, hindsight, I was like, dude.
But I feel like that's also a canon college experience. Is
I guess
you gotta go clubbing a little bit. You gotta sleep around a little bit. Like in today's world, like I feel like you're not a horrible person because you did those things. It's just it got to a horrible level of mental detriment.
Yeah, and
by doing those things.
I finally reached a point.
Yeah,
where,
you're not a horrible person. You just didn't make a.
I mean, I acknowledge that now.
how
It was
I would
just
see
bad decisions, bad for me personally,
Yeah.
and just bad for people around me that I associated myself.
I don't
with.
think it's ever a good decision to drink.
No, the only.
Stick with that
Yeah,
thought process.
please stick with that. Drinking.
There's
There's nothing fun about drinking, guys.
I've never seen like the sort of like appeal.
Well,
To drinking. Now, like there was like a couple of times I would drink.
Yeah.
Totally. Like last year for my birthday, I just.
Oh, Romaine arrived.
What's up, Romaine?
Romaine's here.
Dude, pull up a fourth chair. We can totally fit you. Okay. Anyway, keep going.
Told you.
So all right, so now I gotta. So yeah, last year on my birthday, I just had
you
like.
drank a couple times.
Of course.
What'd you drink?
I drank Don Julio, bro.
Whoa.
You don't drink and you just casually drink Don Julio?
Well, that was
Straight up
last
a
year.
What was your
It was
chaser?
almost a whole year ago.
What was your chaser?
That was the last time.
Was this at like friends' houses?
This was here.
Huh? In a
Yeah.
Mormon household,
got you
you
the
drink Don
alcohol?
Julio?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
What was your chaser? You know, if we're gonna talk about alcohol, we're gonna do it right. What
What was
your
my chaser? A Muha. That was my chaser.
What? Oh. Huh?
What is a muha?
It's a cart. It's a Benjamin.
Oh.
You smoke weed?
Yeah, I still do.
Do you do that for your ADHD and autism? No?
I just did,
Recreational?
honestly, I just did it because I get bored.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hold on, to catch Romaine up, when he sat down, we were like, what makes you you? What makes you unique? He goes, autism.
Beautiful.
I don't know what else to say to that.
I mean, okay, but like circling back to your original, topic of question.
That's low key a question that I let other people answer for me.
What, the religion thing or
No,
alcohol?
like what makes me me? I'll let someone else answer that.
Yeah, but for people that don't know who
That's
you
kind
are,
of a nice
that's
mindset, though.
What makes
Like-
him to us?
Well, yeah, it's very
just
like
let someone
perspective.
let someone else answer the question. You know what I'm saying?
Because every answer would be slightly different. But like,
That's what's and every answer is unique because I'm unique as a person.
but what if somebody you've never met doesn't
I like
know
that.
you? You'd have to have
And
an
each
answer.
and each relationship you have with someone's also unique.
Okay, so going off of his basis, if somebody you never met, say like I'm a complete stranger, I'm like,
well, hold on. I don't know much about him. Like, realistically, I know who you are.
Realistically, yeah.
So
I'll say that.
what
Okay.
that was my point of asking, was on the basis of you pretend like you just met us for the first time and we're asking you that. We can't give you a perspective on who you are because we don't know you. You know what I mean? So you have to have some
Well,
form
if
of answer.
if some kind of stranger like came up and started like asking me those sorts of questions, I also wouldn't take them really seriously.
really?
Most of the time, I may just not answer them or ignore them if I
Really?
don't know them. I don't know. I'm not like.
Not like just a
I'm
social
not really,
guy.
like no. Like if I'm walking down the street, I really don't want anyone talking to me.
Oh, dude, seriously, if someone starts talking to me, I'm gonna sit there and start talking.
I'm-
I don't want it to happen, but I'll start yapping.
Yeah, you of everyone. I remember we'll go to like car meets or anything. He'll talk to anyone and anything.
Just
But yeah.
yapping. That's how I know some
So he'll
people.
talk to anything,
Anything, yeah.
like if he wants to talk to a
Literally.
tree, he'll talk to a tree.
He would. He would.
The question you want to ask is, and I think you were trying to ask, introduce yourself to the world. What do you want people to know about you?
We already did the part.
Yeah. We somehow circled back to it, but we did that a while ago.
Yeah, I thought you were like trying to ask that question. Just
I already.
No, I was just
I mean, I
explaining
gave an
the.
answer.
Because
Yeah,
he was
you're-
explaining his perspective on the question, so I was just giving the back end of my perspective on if he didn't know me, if I didn't know him.
I don't know you.
Who are you?
I'm you. You are me.
No, that's me.
No, I am you and you are me. He has never seen Rush Hour.
I've seen Rush Hour now.
You not.
Okay.
So,
I've seen all three.
Give me the date and timestamp. of
I
the
didn't know
date.
there was three.
Ask.
I only knew there was two.
Kiana.
Give me the date.
Well,
and
third. I don't
Ask
remember the third one.
Kiana.
Okay. Well, I was thinking you can cut this out if you'd like.
Nope.
But so you remember the introduction scene to The Incredibles
Mm-hmm.
and how they're interviewing the supers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy behind the camera, and he's asking these supers these questions.
So you want to be the guy behind the
I'm
camera?
the guy behind the camera.
I thought we established that last episode.
No, because Derek just invited me to sit. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair.
No, I'm pretty sure I made a comment about you being. You said the director, and I was like, yeah, the guy in the chair.
Yeah.
You're like Ned. You're the Ned to our Spider-Man. You're the guy in the
I
chair.
put a little bit of thought into it, and I think that definitely works.
I mean, that's fine. And then whoever, if we have somebody else, they get the third chair, and
No, I don't think so. I think we can have a guest or so, but
that's what I'm saying.
you're one of the guests, is what I'm saying. So we won't be seeing you next episode.
That's crazy. You got the password to upload this stuff?
No, but I get the password to keep you alive. You can cut that out.
Anyways, what were we talking about before that huge derailment?
We were trying to talk about religion. I don't really know where
Religion.
We were.
the topic
We were
was
coming.
going.
I
really
was
talking
I was about to get in my
You
come to
were
Jesus
talking.
moment.
You were
Well, I was about to get in my coming to Jesus moment. Because, yeah, I mean, just to kind of, I forgot where I left off.
He's
but,
the most un-Mormon Mormon there is.
anyways,
basically.
I had a come to Jesus moment where I was like, you know what?
I'm a Mormon who smokes weed. I'm pretty un-Mormon too.
You understand this is going on the internet. It's unedited.
There's levels to
I
this.
don't care, bro. I'm the one that's gonna edit this for you.
No.
I'm gonna keep that in here.
So you're editing.
I told him to edit the clips for TikTok. I'm editing a YouTube video.
Oh yeah, this guy's a TikTok.
What? You don't want me to do the you don't want me to do the YouTube
Have-
editing
have
for
you-
free? I wasn't gonna do nothing for TikTok.
Have you started? Have you gotten monetized on TikTok yet?
We just talked about that.
We already.
Yeah,
are.
literally, if you had walked in maybe quite literally 5 minutes sooner,
Well, literally, I was being celebrated. So, I'm sorry that I'm late.
Celebrated for what? The fuck have
He
you
just
done?
got third place. I know. Oh,
Right. Anyways.
Third place in what?
bodybuilding.
Oh.
Well, technically classic physique, but
Yes.
yeah. Third place overall out of 150 competitors.
100, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he showed up, took his shirt off, and they're like, "You're third best."
Yeah. For sure.
So I went. Oh my gosh, you should have seen those trophies. The first place guy, it was first like overall for the entire thing. It was an 8-foot trophy.
Oh, you gotta have the build up. You can't just go straight into the climax.
I was about to say.
Come on, man.
Oh, I thought. Oh.
No, because then it just gets very anticlimactic as you go down. You got to start with the third and then work your way up.
Okay, my bad.
Before even the
10:32.
third, so there's different genres of bodybuilding that you can compete in. So there's bodybuilding, there's physique, and there's bodybuilding, there's men's physique, and then there's men's classic.
Is he even
physique.
picking him up?
I'm gonna have to hit y'all with the intermission real quick.
Okay.
You gotta take a dookie.
He's got to go smoke weed.
No.
Gotta
I'll
take
catch
a
y'all
round.
in like 7-ish minutes.
That's oddly specific.
Yeah.
Get
What does
into it.
ish mean? Like 23 seconds?
No comment.
I don't know, figure it out.
Well,
Romaine, come sit so we can get the microphone pick you
Bro,
up.
he just explained
I just
he's the man behind the camera.
Thank you.
And I've been explaining that to you since before we started doing this podcast.
Thank you, Joseph John.
Not the government name. Not the government name. You just got outed.
That's
So,
okay.
I was gonna save this question for Thomas as well, but
My social security is.
drop some controversial opinions, some hot takes, some unpopular opinions. Have you not?
I think Charlie Kirk was assassinated because he started catching on to Israel's lies, and either they were the ones that assassinated him, or to keep the peace, the U.S. government assassinated him because they wanted him gone.
Ooh, political. I kind of like it. Let's dive into that. Why do you think that?
Because not even 3 days before he started making posts about. I think we're.
Testing Israel.
Yeah, he originally wasn't contesting Israel with this whole Israel-Palestine thing going on. He originally wasn't contesting Israel. And now he's switching, or he was switching gears, and it was maybe 3 or 4 days before he was assassinated.
Yeah.
And there was already like a bunch of threats from a bunch of Israeli people on the internet. And that's why I think it's somehow related. I also think that the suspected gunman was a ploy, a decoy, because there was also a private jet that 10 minutes down the road, after he got shot, took off, went off the radar illegally, and didn't come back on radar till it landed back at that airport.
You know, I didn't.
I never saw anything about that.
You know, I didn't realize you were that much into political topics,
I only get into it when it's like,
controversial.
no, because I've watched Charlie Kirk, but I didn't like. I don't watch things because I 100% agree with people. It's just more so the conversation aspect, which is kind of why I wanted to get back into podcasting. Was he literally got killed for speech and opinions, regardless of what they were. But it's like, I don't know. I lean more towards watching conservative like speakers and podcasters, usually just because they're the ones that actually have debates and conversations. But I'm pretty deep and knowledgeable about a lot of controversial political things.
What do you think about the attempted assassination of the president?
Which one?
The one where he was
Shot in the ear.
shot in the ear. The infamous shot in the ear.
I think if you're gonna have Secret Service with snipers that didn't see this scrawny ass kid get on top of something with a rifle.
Dude, what kills me is like he looked like the dude from what was that movie with Jonah Hill and Michael Cera? Super bad.
Super bad.
He looked like what's his face from Super Bad.
I think there are chances that it was a genuine assassination attempt, and it was just
How do you miss that?
for
though?
lack of better. Well,
Like-
the thing is,
So-
if you watch the footage, he literally just happened to shift to the left a little bit, and that's when it grazed his ear. If he had not moved, it would have hit him in the head.
So I'm gonna ask a couple leading questions just to kind of poke your brain a little bit, just to stir the pot, get a little bit more controversy.
Michelle Obama is the man.
So there is to date no trace of a scar from his ear. He was also seen days after the supposed scarring or shooting of his ear. Days after that, completely healed, no scarring, no bruising, no discoloration of the skin, given that could be makeup, but at least there would be some kind of disfigurement if you're talking about a 70-plus-year-old man that got shot.
Not necessarily, not if it was a literal graze. If the
Well,
bullet literally just grazed it,
Right.
you got to think he's the most publicly seen person.
So I agree with that, right? But you take it back to, you talk a little bit more, think a little bit more forensically. Look at all the blood that was gushing from his ear from the actual date of the date of the crime or date of the incident, right? Had there been a laceration that explicit, there would have been some significant scarring.
Not necessarily, it's all cartilage.
Or at least loss of cartilage.
But what I'm saying is it's all cartilage, so it's mostly veins.
Are you
So
saying
even
that
if
you
it
think
had
the whole thing
grazed
was
it-
faked?
Not saying that I do, but I'm not saying that it's concrete enough for me to believe.
I agree that it's not concrete. There's 100% a chance that he just wanted more political.
Well, aside from the
Right
physicality of the lack of physical evidence, the lack of concrete evidence that this actually occurred, I mean, we're talking about national television. We weren't there ourselves, and we weren't actually the ones that, quote unquote, got
We also
raised.
don't have access to
I remember
anything if
exactly
it is
where I
fake.
was when all that was happening.
So
Dude, it's not fucking 9/11.
No, but like, I mean, I was at my buddy's house. I was at my buddy's house. We just got done filming something, and his mom was like sitting there watching TV, and I just hear, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" So I walk into the kitchen and I look at the TV, and it's like she's watching CNN or whatever it was, and it was Donald Trump like gushing blood. I'm like, "What the
Right.
fuck just happened?"
So the thing is,
I do have a talking point about the Charlie Kirk thing when we make our way back to that.
yeah.
If we do.
So I mean, we're in a very hot topic political climate
I think-
where there's so many things going on left and right, and honestly, my gathering of all of it is that it's very, very theatrical, and that's why it's hard for so many people left.
But that's
or
how
right,
propaganda works.
left or right.
Oh, I got a thing on propaganda.
Even for the folks in the middle, it's hard for everyone to come to some kind of consensus or even common agreement when it comes to these things actually happening. For
Well, hold
example,
on. Put this into perspective. Talking about agreements and common denominators of what actually happens and getting the truth. We haven't had actual news, like the news doing its job since World War II.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you make the news?
You know, speaking of news, have either of you heard anything
No.
about Israel paying Google $80 or $800 million? I forget what the figure is, to blast out anti-Gaza advertisements on YouTube.
Nope. But I believe it actually wrote a paper.
I literally saw one the other day.
Well, you know,
Like before I got
you know
YouTube
most
Premium?
of Google's heads are Jewish.
Yes. So
Most of
Well,
corporate
right.
heads
Like
are Jewish.
before I got YouTube Premium, when I was still getting ads, I remember vividly I was watching, and the first
This guy.
what? I'm trying to
Had
give
to flex
context.
your YouTube
I'm trying to
Premium.
give context here.
intermission, what would be great right now was a Fresca. Not sponsored by Fresca yet, but
Fresca, please, please.
You know, to
Please.
cool a little bit of this.
Surprised your dad doesn't have some in the fridge.
No, he gets drinks and then they like just disappear. I think it's because he drinks them, but he refuses to acknowledge it. Anyway, I remember watching YouTube and receiving an ad talking about there is food in Gaza. Gaza is okay. Don't worry about the people in Gaza. Like that was literally the sum up of the advertisement. And it was
Google posted that?
Yes, and it was straight from the government of Israel. And I was like,
So
what the hell is this? Skip ad.
So to
That was straight up a donut.
David's point, we haven't had actual news since literally.
Yeah, everything is.
But we also
manipulated.
haven't had unity as a
We
people
have.
since World War II. 9/11 was the only
No,
other.
we've had
moment.
We've had regimes under various presidents where there was some kind of unity amongst the people where people could agree to disagree. But as political climates have evolved over the years, pop culture has gotten more and more demanding. You find there are a lot more extremist groups as propaganda grows across every single one.
And I feel like a lot of it has become clickbaity as well.
A lot of it is.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, like
we
a lot
live in
of-
the world of social media.
a lot
They
of-
have to clickbait.
A lot of TikToks, if it's, political, religious, philosophical, like all of it, sometimes they don't even really give good information. They just look for things. They just look for ways to sort of like
It's
distort it so you
manipulate.
can distort it so you can get that nice, like 5
But
second
some people
soundbite,
rely on
Right.
that alone to be their news sort.
Like they just
everything-
rely on like the sound bites, the really nice sound bites that are like 7 seconds, but they're just bullshit.
Right, yeah.
So everything that we're talking about right now is all driven by one thing, and it's called a dollar sign. Every single piece of propaganda, every single piece of misinformation, all of it is driven by money.
We live
I was
in
gonna say,
a- we live in a
who
capital
cares?
world.
Who cares if you make a TikTok post and you're just completely lying with your sound bites over a topic?
As
Who
long
cares
as
if you're getting a lot of views and getting money? Like
Yeah,
who
as long
cares?
as you get the viewership. So I actually wrote a paper about this very exact thing a couple semesters ago about your exact experience with YouTube, how it's a very propaganda-driven engine for literally anything you want to push.
But the fact that like this was a headline,
Yeah.
and the fact that I saw it with my own eyes.
The thing is this,
You know?
too, YouTube is one of the most under-the-radar, propaganda-driven platforms that there is today. A lot of us rely on YouTube as, it's one of the OG forms of entertainment on the internet, so on and so forth. You don't have this, you don't have that on there. It's purely just entertainment. Nope. You can click one video, and it takes you down a complete extremist path of whatever it is you're trying to watch. And sometimes you find yourself looking at, maybe let's say I want to watch these African guys in the middle of the jungle building a mansion in the mud at 3 a.m. in the morning. And then you'll wake up
Oddly
listening
specific.
to some kind of...
I know exactly what he's talking about.
I
though.
do too.
And I remember there was huge riots about it because those guys were faking everything.
Yeah.
Because people were seeing the bulldozer tracks and
So,
everything.
A couple videos from that, a couple autoplays from that, you might end up into depending on your viewership history, they'll I mean it's an algorithm, but it's a very strategized algorithm because it's what's gonna get viewership, what's gonna keep playing on the screen, right? So you can click on that one video to watch that 3 a.m. mud mansion and then wake up a few hours later, a couple autoplays later, watching some extremist take on how these guys are funded by a Zionist group in the Middle East, and,
Pretty much.
and then all of a sudden it's a propaganda thing for you to believe that these guys are XYZ and these guys are XYZ kind of thing. And that's just one small example of many larger examples that currently exist today.
Yeah, I like interact a lot with like sort of the anti-Mormonism I see on like TikTok and YouTube.
I have seen a couple of videos. Have you seen the videos
Instagram.
of, it's like two guys and they're kind of like doing a skit where he's like in like an apple orchard. Have you seen that video?
You're talking about David Ladding?
I have no idea what his name
He
is.
has the first and last name.
I have no idea. I've seen the video like twice.
There's this video.
But it was just like
this
strictly anti-Mormonism.
Yeah, it's just like this one guy who's on Instagram, and he's just like completely wrong about what he's saying. It's like bad. Like it's
Yeah,
bad.
like I'm watching it and
Like it's actually
just,
like
Yeah,
Well,
but
it just
all
makes
the
me
people
think,
disagreeing
why is he
with him
sitting
is
here, like,
interaction.
why is he sitting here just
the
bashing it?
problem is that he makes the same arguments even when there's people that like stitch his videos or people that actually do like full on responses on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He just doesn't actually interact with any of the substance that has been presented from the other side of
Right,
what
like
he's trying to say. And so all he's doing now is just basically being intellectually disingenuous by like, oh yeah, I know about this topic, and so this is actually what Mormonism's about.
So he's rage baiting.
Yeah.
At that point,
And
yes.
getting views
At,
and
at
money.
this point,
literally
yes.
going to be the next topic: rage baiting in today's society.
Love it.
And social media.
I love it.
Rage baiting
How-
rage baiting in the macro is really bad. That's
what
bad,
is,
that's
what is
bad.
your take on what is your take on rage bait in general, and then what is your take on how we should, I don't know, navigate it?
So let's break this down. So let's talk about rage baiting in more of a personal sense.
Let's
just
define-
in
first-
day-to-day relationships.
First of all,
Listen.
let's
So
define it. Let's
no, hold on.
define
Let me put
define
it.
rage bait.
Let's put it this way. Rage bait. Actually, yeah. Let's define rage bait.
Define it in pop culture terms, and then define it,
I think
Like an
rage bait
Oxford
really only
dictionary.
has one definition in today's.
Well, for the younger crew that might.
Well, let's just say this: you act in a.
They're the ones that created rage baiting as a word.
Look. You act in a way.
Right now.
You act in a way that is supposed to be a bait for someone else to have some form of anger or annoyance.
Thank you, Thomas.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's a great way.
And so,
to put
like,
it.
what we're going to talk
That's
about is
the
we're going to talk about rage bait in the macro, which is, you know, like in the whole grand scheme of things, like all the internet, personal
And
relationships.
then rage bait
included.
in the micro.
Rage bait
which
in
is
the
like-
micro, which is
like day to
your
day.
day-to-day
Bro just
life.
mansplained macro and micro to me.
Anyway, so I think
That's a good way to put it.
rage baiting in a micro sense, I think it's totally fine. I mean, people, friendships, like we've been doing it for
I
years.
rage bait my friends all the time.
Like, it's
I
just
feel like you aren't best friends unless you rage bait.
exactly
on purpose.
because you know exactly what ticks them off. So you're like saying whatever. I don't have an example. I'm trying so hard to get an example for you right now,
you
but
can either do
I'm
that or you
blanking.
can just
I
like
was.
It might get a little too personal.
you could try getting
Yeah, I
them-
literally was waiting on like two very specific things to come out of his mouth, and I was like, "Please don't, not on camera."
Yeah.
But
yeah.
that was rage baiting by not saying anything. It made me think, made me get mad.
So I think on a micro scale, innocent, harmless.
completely.
On a macro scale, dude.
Entertaining.
It's still harmless though for the person creating the rage bait. They're just getting the viewership, the algorithm engagement, and the boost for
But
monetization
the problem is
that they
the
want.
problem
So
is-
it's harmless.
Is people with IQs like lower than 80?
That's
can't-
their fault.
Like the problem is that they can't actually see the depth.
They can't comprehend
Like, they can't
that
actually
it's
use their comprehension
satire, it's
skills.
rage bait.
They can't. They can't detect that it's satire. So whatever they're trying to like, whatever the rage baiter's saying, they're
But
just
that's
gonna
their
believe
fault.
It.
That's not the that's
a
not
lot
the
of
rage
people-
baiter's
A lot
fault.
of people are like
Well,
that. A lot of
here's the
people are
thing.
like
That's
that.
not the rage baiter's fault though.
Here's the thing. You can put it as simply as that, but on a macro scale, it creates large scale discourse. Whether you're talking about, oh, your nose is,
Yeah,
flatter
but
than
if
the
people did their own
hypotenuse.
research, it doesn't matter.
But people aren't.
That's their fault. It's not the rage baiter's fault. That's what I'm trying to say.
But when you're talking about a macro scale of an entire society, let's dial it down.
That's why I had to mention the people with IQs that are 80 and below.
Let's expand it back into the political conversation. You'll have political candidates that run off of things that simply are not true. There's a lot of, I mean, when you get on Fox News or ABC or whatever it is that you see these debates on, there are literal fact checkers throughout the entire debates, right? Sometimes you can't even rely on the fact checkers themselves.
No,
right?
because it depends on who's politically in power at
But
that
as you
time.
have these two opponents or these two political candidates on either sides of the table, you have one that's saying one thing to get a rise out of the other person to make them behave or portray themselves a certain way, quote unquote rage baiting. But then the things that they're rage baiting and saying, you have those people, like Thomas was saying, less than the 80% IQ that don't do their research or don't even know how to.
So they just take what they say, and that's
they take
God's
it for
truth.
Face value. They take it, especially if it's their candidate that's saying these things. They're gonna take it for face value and not look into it any further than that.
Then
And
they
it could be the most ridiculous thing in the world. Like,
But I think people that aren't willing to do the research shouldn't have the right to vote.
well, you can't. That's not how the country works.
That is not how the country. But I will definitely.
That's not
say-
how the country works.
I tend to.
But that's like people that are bad at driving
But see,
how
that have their driver's license
see,
and they
that's-
say things online when somebody posts a wreck video and they're like, oh no, it was the X, Y, and Z's fault because blah, 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 because the curb spawned in there.
But,
And everybody else is like, yeah, this person's license should be
No, I
revoked.
mean-
It's the same concept. They can't
So
revoke it, but
we
Well, I
don't
guess license
disagree.
is
I mean,
good, but-
agree to disagree, but the fact is, the Constitution doesn't agree with you there.
Yeah.
the Constitution also says you can say whatever the fuck you want and people are
Everybody-
dying because of it.
Well, that's why we have all this discourse going on right now.
Yep.
So I mean, it could be somebody that's on your aisle, your side of the aisle, politically speaking, conservative, liberal, whatever. They'll say something like, for example, let's take it back to the presidential debate between Kamala and President Trump.
Okay.
One famous thing that he said that went viral online is that they're eating the cats and the dogs. What was it? Ohio, I think he was
It was
talking
Ohio,
about.
yeah.
He was talking about they're eating the cats and the dogs in Ohio. Believe it or not, as ridiculous as it sounds, there were people that legitimately believed that. Even though you'd had people that literally are from the state reporting through their own social media platforms, through news network interviews, through all these different sources. You had all these different sources attesting what he actually said, but then you still had people below that 80% IQ. Oh wow.
Battery just died.
Crazy.
Man.
Well, do you continue in the dark or?
No, absolutely not. Let's just let's wrap it there. We hit an hour and 10 minutes.
I think it was just starting to get good.
That's what I'm saying.
We didn't even get into religious talk, really.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
that was like an hour and 5 minutes ago.
It was only starting to get good.
That's true.
You're the only one that wants to call it quits, so I said you go home, and we'll take it from here.
Okay, I'll take all my stuff.
What are you
I
gonna do?
don't
Take
think
it
so.
fucking upstairs? Technically, this is your home too.
None of my stuff is here. Taking my car. Let's get that on.
I'm blocking you in.
So you have the people that are below the 80 IQ, right?
Does this look absolutely horrible right now?
Not really. Just sit down.
You can't change the battery. You don't have.
No, I don't have enough.
It doesn't have a wall plug.
It doesn't have an extra battery.
It doesn't have. It can't plug into the wall.
I do have an extra battery. It's up in my car.
Can that battery not plug into the wall?
No. I plugged into a drone.
That's a drone battery
Yeah.
that you're using to power lights.
Powered it for an hour.
These can't plug into here.
Type C.
What are these? USB?
Yeah.
You don't have an adapter?
Do you?
Why are you
I don't
not
have a
prepared
MacBook.
I was prepared.
Apparently not. Your lights
for an
died.
hour.
You hit me for an hour.
To be fair,
That was
is
our
longer than
goal.
Our first episode.
That was our goal.
Our goal is to talk until we're done.
So we're gonna have a 5-hour podcast
We
episode.
could.
Yeah.
So let's kind of wrap it up, I guess.
And we are at an hour. We have been talking for a while.
So it's not an hour till I say it's an hour. I've been here 10 minutes. Okay, so you have the people
That's called CP time.
below the 80 IQ, right? There are people that legitimately believe that. They still believe that till this day. But that's the problem,
But
though. That's
That's
the problem,
on them
though.
as adult human beings with free will.
Tell
You
that.
shouldn't
So-
live life without wanting to learn everything you can.
So let's kind of reel it back slowly to the original question: how do we navigate rage bait? Is it okay? Is it appropriate, especially on a macro scale? Because you've got these, especially you're talking about this crazy political climate that we're in right now. It could be the most ridiculous thing, the most sensible thing, anything in between. It usually causes massive discourse because of how separated we are right now, right? And then you've got the people that don't have the same, mental capacity as you might have, but yet those people, per the Constitution, are still able to vote. They have just as much a right to vote as you do. So
Revoke them.
that's where we get into the dangers of how serious should we take it? How much should we try to, reel it back in from as widespread as it is right now? How do we navigate it? That's the question.
Okay, I have.
Because unless you change the Constitution, to
Yeah, I was
that,
gonna say
these people cannot.
I'm a firm constitutionalist.
Yeah.
Constitutionalist. But look, the problem is that we got to do something about sort of the misinformation that people are just.
Misinformation isn't the issue. It's people not using their own free will to do the research and figure out what is fact and what is somebody's opinion.
Okay, so I'm gonna agree with you there, right?
If you were to say,
Okay. Go ahead.
hold on.
Go ahead. Get it.
If you were to just for context of relative right now, if you were to sit here and say,
No.
I'm trying to think of what will get me. No, if you were to sit here and to say something super controversial of,
Cats.
all gay people are this or that, all black people are this or that, all of whatever the common brought up things are, whether it's political, race based, societal based, if you were to bring up something and you were to just flat out say, gay people are this, and this. No, I'm being serious. If you were to say gay people are this, and this,
You just said that twice.
Guys, let him get there.
bro,
let him
I'm
get there.
fucking tired. It's
Okay,
been a
get
long
it out,
day.
get
I've
it
been
out,
up
get
since
it out.
5.
I'm listening. Let's do it.
That's not on you to tell the truth. Obviously, yes, as a human being, we should be kind to others. We should tell the truth because what the fuck is the point in lying? But that's not on you. That's not your job to tell me the truth. If I'm watching you, whether I'm a supporter or a hater, it doesn't matter. If you're telling me that, that's no longer on you. That's on me for either believing it or not believing it. And it is honestly more on me for coming to a decision right off of just the words that you said without doing research. But I also feel like, coming to the question of rage baiting, I think there's nothing wrong with it. I think on that same premise, rage baiting is sort of how conversations, debates, and arguments start. That's a necessity.
I think what would be good is like some form of like sort of counter propaganda towards researching stuff.
Perfect.
Like making like basically like think about this. Think about an app, like a political iPhone app that goes ahead and just gives you actual like primary source information on not just things.
But who's deciding what that source is? Who's deciding?
To his point,
ChatGPT.
No, not ChatGPT. No. Think about this. The kind of information that would be on this app, the type of information that would be on this app is.
But whose payroll is the person doing checks and balances on?
In regards to history, it will have the actual primary source information. Actually.
Yes.
And so, not only that, for historical purposes, for scientific stuff, we're going to have actual peer-reviewed scientific journals that are actually accreditable. Right. And that's what's going to be on
science
there.
itself isn't even credible or factual anymore.
That's the whole point of being peer-reviewed.
Peer-reviewed. That's the point of it being peer-reviewed.
Because if you take it like that,
payroll is the person reviewing it on. Whose payroll is the checks and balances being done on?
Is the Bible real?
Private universities. Nothing.
That's peer reviewed.
Listen, look. So,
but that was also made
before we
came to it.
Because we can do scientific journals, we can do medical journals, we can do philosophical.
If we had social media back when the Bible was created, there would be so many.
Guys, we have one microphone.
All right.
Okay.
So watch this. I wanted to make a point specifically to the one that you were trying to make a few sentences ago, where
the sentence I didn't finish, correct?
Yeah, the gay people, black people thing, right? So, so not completely disagreeing with you that it's kind of on them. Yes.
Hold on, can I finish that thought though?
But listen.
Can I finish that thought though?
Okay, finish it, and I'll
My point in saying that was to go off of your. At what point is rage baiting too much to where we start getting to a point where we need to unify people instead of separating them in thought? I think micro or macro rage baiting is in every conversation. It's in every sentence. That's what makes conversations. Two people either agree or they disagree, but at some point there's either a micro rage bait or a macro rage bait. It is on that other person to decipher, is this worth looking into? Is this worth believing off the rip? Or should I be dumb and just take it?
That's why I tried to compromise by bringing up, counter propaganda.
Yeah. So here's the point.
But counter propaganda is just dividing even more.
So before we
How would it not?
diverge into too many other streets,
we're already divided.
Here's the point. On a macro scale of your exact point that you just made, right? We're talking about, to put it plainly, we're talking about power. Because if you're able to rage bait as a political opponent or as a micro influencer or a large influencer, yet create huge discourse, massive discourse across a certain community or a certain country or even across the entire world, that's power, right? And in today's society, whoever has the most power holds the gavel, right? One of the largest rage baiters we have in the entire world right now is our literal president.
Yeah.
The things this man says on a daily basis.
It's great. It's funny as fuck.
This group up the wall, this group up the wall, the entire country up the wall. But that's not to say that it's it's just the fault of the people that let it get to them, right? So it's also on the opponent, the opposing person's plate as well. It's also their responsibility, because here's the thing, knowing that that's going to get you the attention or the gratification or whatever it is that you're seeking to get out of whatever rage bait you're putting out there, whether it's to gain political points or to start a conversation, you're driving a conversation or discourse or misinformation to benefit yourself.
We just need to get people to go into libraries and read books.
Right? So yeah, the
But how are you
going
gonna fact check the
is,
books?
genetically speaking,
You can fact check the books. There's digital scans where you can actually get verbatim quotes from things.
genetically speaking, there will forever be people that are smarter than others. There will forever be people that are dumber than others. No.
Oh yeah, there's never going to be like a true egalitarian
There's never
society.
going to be a true equalizer of knowledge across humanity. Never. And here's the problem.
But is
Just
that
because those people
a hereditary
are-
thing or
So-
a effort thing?
So here's the thing: if we were to live a society where just because you're not as smart as this group, you're supposed to be less rights, less value as a person, whatever it is you want to call it. In some ways, we kind of do live like that, right? But if we're talking about, we're in a very, very, very special country where everybody has equal rights, quote unquote. You find that to be, a couple gray lines here and there. But per the Constitution, we all have equal rights. For example, we talk about voting. Talk about rage baiting when it comes to people that are able to vote. If you create discourse with rage bait, having people believe one thing only for them to, for example, you had a lot of, let's talk about it. We had a lot of Trump voters that were diehard Trump voters, raided the Capitol, all these different things, Trump.
That was a CIA job.
Painting it all over their
not kidding.
houses, things like that, only for them to vote for the guy, and the guy that promised them all these different things, rage baited them with all these different, whatever it is that you wanted to rage bait them with. He got their vote, and after he got their vote, he had a lot of them that wanted that vote back within a month or two of this presidency. And
This presidency?
this presidency.
There's a lot of people that
And-
are saying they
and
voted for first
continually-
term Trump, not second term
and
Trump.
continually continue to regret that vote that they gave him, right? So you have a lot of these people that might, believe it or not, Trump, whether it's him himself or the people behind him, there's a lot of conspiracies out there that there's folks pulling in strings and he's just a face value person, he's just a face of an operation kind of thing. But you're talking about rage bait. If you were to put it on paper as a value, the closest thing you can compare it to is power. In today's society, with social media, with the news, with all sorts, anywhere where you consume media, rage baiting is power. Information is power. And if you're able to find a way to manipulate that, you can drive discourse.
But I
You
feel
can-
like that takes a different level of intelligence
Think-
to
no,
understand
think-
that a lot of people are simple-minded and a lot of people have the IQs of 80 or
Right.
below.
So
You rage bait on purpose.
So then your solution to that, your approach to that would insinuate a solution that separates the people that aren't as smart from the people that are, and put them in a different category where they would subsequently have less rights.
No, it's giving them the same rights, but you're
So-
playing mind games with them because you can.
Well, here's
The smart people are going to do their research, and if they vote for you, they're going to vote for you, whether
Right.
it's what you said or not, and whether it's
So-
true or not. But they know that those
So the
slower
question is-
people
so if
can be
that's-
manipulated.
So if that's your belief, then the question is is that not wrong?
No,
Will you
you're
ever-
trying to get
will you
point
ever-
of power. You play every card you can.
Will you ever
That's
feel
messed
like?
up.
Yeah, I mean it is like you said. Would you?
Having one person be in power is messed up. I mean,
Well,
I understand
the
it.
person
It's
who's
not.
in-
It's not.
the person-
and
Listen.
Our country's checks and balances.
I understand it's not
Yeah.
a monarchy, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, it's almost like the saying of "all's fair in love and war."
'Cause
If
look,
you're trying to get in a
even
position of power, you
regardless-
will play every card you can. It might not be
regardless-
morally right, but also we're not the ones fighting for that power.
Listen. Regardless of the checks and balances from the multiple branches of government that we have, Congress, the judicial branch, the
Legislative
executive branch,
Legislative.
yeah, Congress would
Yeah.
be legislative. Because even in Congress, people have, elections that get advertised. Senators,
And those
representatives,
are some of the worst ones.
yeah, those
if
are
you
actually.
sit down and watch some of the actual campaign ads. That
They'll
run
say a
for
lot of
senator,
stupid stuff.
It is the most ridiculous stuff. It's almost like it's an SNL skit. There are people that are completely unqualified for those positions.
So,
and they run off of the most
Yeah.
ridiculous things just to get conversation going,
yeah.
to rage bait, to drive away one way or the other. It's the most ridiculous thing.
Basically, think of it this way: it's macro rage bait that's more localized.
Right. And so all of these micro thingies, rage bait instances, they add up to these larger things. Congress, you have a lot of people in Congress. We talk about our current setup of Congress right now. The Republicans have the majority of the House, right? So 9 times out of 10, if they want something to get passed, they'll get it passed because they have the majority vote, right? How did they get to that point? Same rage baiting crap.
Okay, but it was the same exact.
So we've established that rage baiting is power.
Bad.
Yeah, but that's why I said it
Yeah,
also depends
macro
on which
rage bait is
political
power.
parties in the main power. When it was Democrat, when it was a Democrat-led
Completely in
country,
agreement with Romaine here. Completely.
everything was more democratically agenda based on that. Like it depends on who's in power. It depends on
Well,
which
then
party's in power.
you just keep going in this whole circle
Yeah,
about perspective.
It's sort of like
Like it doesn't matter.
sort of
Yeah.
circular.
Because
On
at
paper,
the end of
this
the
is what
day-
that is.
At the end of the day, power left unchecked is power. Is power? Come on, you not heard that before?
No.
Wow. Power left unchecked is, I don't remember the rest of the quote, but it should be
So
like
you were
that.
fishing. Well,
I can't remember the rest of the quote, but power is not something that you want to left unchecked. Power is the reason why we have unchecked power is the reason why we have checks and balances in this country, and the reason why this country is one of the largest. I don't want to say the largest, but one of the largely talked about countries in the entire world. Whether we realize it or not, we are one of the most talked about countries or not. Whether we're
I mean,
one of the
yeah,
most,
we're a superpower.
whether or not we're one of the most advanced, technologically advanced countries or not, we're one of the most talked about countries in the world. Whether we're one of the most financially wealthy countries in the world, we're one of the most talked about countries in the world. And it's because of how the country is structured, right?
so to wrap things up,
So
we
to wrap things
we definitely
up,
did talk for another 15 minutes.
that's what I'm saying.
So yeah, like if you are a complete constitutionalist, if you just abide by what the Constitution is, and you make sure that the people in power are somehow getting there in power because information's actually actual genuine.
Have you abided
information.
by everything in the Constitution? That's like saying
Probably not. No.
That's like
Oh my
saying
God.
any of the sins in the
I-
Bible. The
I'm not.
perfect
I'm not.
person
I'm not
would
in the
abide
government,
by
dude.
this.
I'm not expecting a perfect government either. But it's just like we have to do something about the state of our government now without.
What's wrong with the state of our government right now? Realistically,
'Cause you could do- anyone-
realistically,
because
what is
anyone-
affecting
any-
you?
For-
Honestly,
by
Okay.
the
it's
state of
because-
our
because
government?
look,
Episode 3.
look.
Episode 3.
No, listen. If anyone can get a good
need to wrap
6-second
this.
soundbite of just complete bullshit, they'll be able to get a seat in the Senate.
that's not okay.
That's not okay.
So
Yes, but how does that?
thank you guys
directly
for
affect
joining us
you right
on
now?
our second
It
episode.
doesn't matter if it directly
We
affects
can clearly
me. It's
keep
gonna
talking
affect
about
in the
this
macro,
for
especially-
many more hours.
The macro.
It might not affect me in the micro.
I really
but in the
appreciate
macro,
all
it's
three
gonna
of
be
you who are
crazy.
listening, and I hope you tune in next week for next week's episode. All right. So to wrap things up, I'm Derek.
I'm not finished.
Dude. I know my camera can only record so much, and I know we're at that threshold right now. And
It
then
hasn't overheated yet.
no, I'm talking about the SD card.
It says you have 2 hours left.
Does it actually?
It does.
It most definitely does not, because when I clicked it, it said you only have an hour and 30 minutes worth of recording.
What does it actually say, Roman?
It says you have 13 minutes.
I'm JJ.
And this is our special guest tonight, Thomas.
We say we'll continue episode 3, but Thomas will probably not even make it.
Who knows?
If we do it here
I
again,
might, yeah.
Right, and our man behind the camera is Romaine.
That's just it. The man behind the camera.
is Romaine. Thank you guys for listening.